Sacred Saturday recap, 13 September 2025, computer game, Nancy Drew, The Shattered Medallion. Here I, Tanis Coralee of Seattle, recap my Sacred Saturday computer game playing for my Sacred Saturday on 13 September 2025. The computer game I selected for play this time was Nancy Drew, The Shattered Medallion 2014 game. This tradition is one I started as a preteen and continue on as I am able. It is a Saturday I dedicate to balanced eating and concentrated / ritualized computer game playing. I played the computer game on my 2011 MacBook Pro laptop with built-in CD/DVD slot. And here are my notes. I did 1 hour and 12 minutes total of play, and there was some stuff where I'm like, I could actually draw this as I'm trying to figure it out, and I was like, you know what, no, I'm gonna take and I'm just gonna try and figure it out, and I have to figure it out on the board, so to speak. And so I did that this time. So that was one. I made progress. So this is Nancy Drew goes to New Zealand to compete on a reality television show / investigate the reality television show. And so let's see, the last stage of competition was ready per leaving off from last time. And so I went and kind of rechecked a bunch of stuff to see if anything had been kind of like opened up, and stuff hadn't. But there was like, I couldn't go to some of the places where I'd gone before. So I was like, okay. And then I went back again. It was like, and returned. And then, essentially before there were like these 2 tunnels in the mine, like the panning for gold area. And one tunnel and the 2 tunnels, I went back to the tunnel system, and remember, I have to keep doing rounds within the game, because what they did with the game architecture is there was a right and a left tunnel, and there was like, you can go places, and they took what was in the right and the left tunnel and put it all in the right tunnel, so then the left tunnel now led someplace new. And so I was like, thank goodness I went back. And so I went back, and I explored and found something, and I made progress on trying to figure out like a musical riddle of sorts. And then I opened a carving, and then I solved a puzzle with like kind of like Battleship, but it was like with spaceships, and it was like trying to figure out how to place them as opposed to like sinking them. It's just like a placement puzzle, which was kind of fun. And that's the one I could have drawn, but then I didn't. So then I finished that. So then I have a few things to work on where I'm following this musical riddle of sorts. There's a combination lock I need to figure out, and then I need to find a missing medallion / finish that challenge stage of competition. And then so I was like, and I could also like talk to the characters in the game. So those are my notes from today. So I made progress, and then it's a reminder of it's a Nancy Drew computer game, which means sometimes literally progress is just going to like all of the places in the game and then going them again. Like there's like, you know, the first round stuff got shut off, the next round stuff opened up, you know, that kind of stuff. So there we go. And then food notes, I did the Laughing Cow cheese wedges with Burger King syrup, and that was a good one for working on my staying in concept. Right, I went out and got food from a drive-through and ate it in my car, which is a staying in, but then the syrup I had left over I brought back to the house and stayed in instead of going out and getting a different item. I stayed in and ate it with something in part of my routine consumption diet, so to speak, the French cheese. So there we go. I worked on that concept a little. So that's my Sacred Saturday recap, 13 September 2025 computer game, Nancy Drew, The Shattered Medallion.